quickly moving on, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big win for Bharat in the sense that it's a proud moment that Laapataa Ladies, a movie which captured the imagination of the viewer and got popular word of mouth across platforms, has been selected as Bharat's official entry for Oscars 2025. And it takes the viewers back to rural India in 2001. The narrative revolves around two brides who get exchanged during a train journey. It's filled with twists and turns, quite comical, but some amazing performances that make this a must-watch for everyone. Made under the banner of Amir Khan Productions and Kindling Productions, Laapataa Ladies marked the directorial comeback of Kiran Rao. Amir has actually thanked Kiran and the entire team and the selection committee of the Film Federation of India, which chose the film to represent Bharat at the Oscars. And joining us now is the film's maker, Kiran Rao herself. Kiran ji, namaste, congratulations at the outset. That's what I'd like to start with. The Oscar nomination, how's the feeling? Bharat's representation to the Oscar.
Oh, it's a very pleasant surprise. Initially, I was completely in disbelief that we had been chosen, but now that it's sunk in, it's a very heady feeling, and I'm both humbled and delighted that we are India's entry for the Oscars this year.
From a one-line brief that Amir Khan got inspired from a script writing or a screenwriting competition to now Bharat's official entry, how's this journey been?
It's been a very rewarding and fun-filled journey, much like perhaps the journey of the girls in the film themselves, with unexpected twists and turns and unexpected rewards as well, at the hopefully going all the way to the end. But at least now, even just being chosen as India's entry is an award in itself for us. So it's been exceedingly rewarding and enriching for me personally as well.
The core essence, if I have understood it right, of this movie is freedom or liberty. Do you think the world will understand the message of this movie?
I absolutely believe that the world is ready for this story. Also because I think the world is ready to hear many more stories of interesting women, interesting queer people, people from diverse backgrounds that haven't been seen on screen before. So the story of two young girls from a village perhaps is not common on a on an everyday basis to actually come to cinemas. So I think the world is very ready to hear the story of two such girls who haven't had the opportunities that they deserved and then end up going up, through circumstance, finding their way to freedom and opportunity.
Well, allow me to put you in the spot just a bit. If you were allowed to showcase only one scene of the movie, just one scene, which scene would that be? Or which character?
Well, it's hard to say because I, as the filmmaker, I do love so many different parts of the film, and I feel like they tie into each other, and in isolation for a person may not be so much fun, but I absolutely love the character of Manjumai at the tea stall on the station. So any of the scenes that she actually is in would be a scene I would suggest people to watch.
A very different choice. It took me by surprise there. But now the movie is entered. It's Bharat's official entry. The next phase begins. Selling the movie, getting the others to convince, and then getting it nominated and part of the final five. And it's a whole process. Is it a welcome disruption for you?
It is a welcome disruption, but certainly is a disruption indeed. I hadn't planned my life around this, so a lot of things will change. But like you said, it's a welcome disruption. It's a journey that I'm looking forward to. It's going to be a completely, interesting learning curve for me. I've never done this before. And while I have Amir's expertise, who was part of course, the team of Lagan, I have Geo Studios with me, Netflix, who was also the OTT partner on the film. I have a lot of very strong partners, so I do think that this journey is going to be both fun and hopefully successful as well.
Well, final question, and let me ask you this. you know, from the time of conceptualizing the story, getting the screenplay, then shooting the movie on the edit table, at what point did you feel, I've got a good product, I've got this right?
You know, I never think like that, and I still don't think I do. I've made something brilliant. I think I really had the opportunity to be part of such a great story and make it the way that I imagined it. So for that, I'm hugely grateful. And the fact that it turned out the way I wanted it to turn out in itself is, you know, a great achievement for me. I was very, very delighted when people responded the way that they did. We had a lot of test screenings, and I think that's where I finally realized that I could relax and that the film was working, because every filmmaker is filled with self-doubt and worry that the film hasn't finally communicated what it should or isn't getting the reaction it should. And thanks to these test screenings, I realized, okay, I think we've got
it right.
a pretty decent film on our hands. So yeah, I relaxed after that. And I think the first time I realized it was something that even an international audience really liked was at TIFF, when we had these standing ovations. And people were so moved. They were so emotional also after the film, and they were, you know, really, really seemed to resonate with the film. And that's, I think, when I realized that, okay, I think we've made a good one.
Yes, this movie traveled on its own. There's a certain likability to it, and you've got us here on your side, cheering you all the way through, right up till the very end. Congratulations once again, and all the very, very best. Thank you for speaking with us. So that was Kiran Rao, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be a journey. They really have to now win the world with Laapataa Ladies, and if you've watched the movie, you'll know there's a certain likability to it, isn't it? We're going to take a very short break. When we come back, there's another big breaking story. The Prime Minister is in the US. He's going to be addressing the UNGA and the Summit of the Future. But there are other elements who are trying to perhaps curate a certain level of unrest and create a certain level of irritants for Bharat. We get you the details when we come back. Stay with us.